2022. February 2022 Current Affairs. Banking and Finance. 1. PNB launches co-brand contactless credit cards with Patanjali in partnership with Rupai. Punjab National Bank, PNB, and Patanjali Ayurved Limited, PAL, have launched co-brand contactless credit cards in partnership with the National Payments Corporation of India, NPCI. The co-brand credit cards are offered on NPCI's Rupai platform and are available in two variants, PNB Rupai Platinum and PNB Rupai Select. Atul Kumar Goyal, MD and CEO of PNB. Acharya Balkrishna, Managing Director of Patanjali Ayurved Limited. 2. RBI to issue digital rupee starting from 2022 to 1923. While presenting the budget 2022 to 1923, the Union Minister for Finance proposed to introduce digital rupee, using blockchain and other technologies, to be issued by the Reserve Bank of India starting 2022 to 1923. She elaborated that introduction of central bank digital currency, CBDC, would give a big boost to the digital economy. 3. SEBI notifies KRA rules, mandates audit trails of clients' KYC records. To enhance the role of KYC registration agencies, KRAs, SEBI has notified new norms to make them responsible to carry out independent validation of the KYC records uploaded onto their system by the registered intermediary, RI. 4. RBI cancels license of Nashik-based Independence Cooperative Bank Limited. RBI has cancelled the license of Nashik-based Independence Cooperative Bank Limited. The bank will not be allowed to carry out any operations henceforth, and a liquidator will be appointed soon. RBI has clarified that the bank does not have adequate capital and earning prospects. 5. SBI launches Surya Shakti Cell, partners with Tata Power for financing solar projects. State Bank of India, SBI, has launched a dedicated centralized processing cell, Surya Shakti Cell. The bank has entered into an agreement with Tata Power Solar Systems Limited, a Tata Power company, for financing solar projects. Surya Shakti Cell will process all the loan applications for solar projects, capacity up to 1 megawatt, sourced from across India. Chairman, SBI, Dinesh Khara. 6. Asian Development Bank lends record $4.6 billion loans to India in 2021. The Asian Development Bank, ADB, has provided a record $4.6 billion loans to India in 2021, including $1.8 billion towards coronavirus response. The ADB's regular funding program to India is made to support transport, urban development, finance, agriculture, and skills building. The agency extended a $2.2 billion support for 12 state projects. 7. SBI Q3 net profit jumps 62% to record 8,432 crore rupees. India's biggest lender State Bank of India reported a jump of 62.27% year-on-year, YoY, in the third quarter, Q3, of the financial year 2021 to 2022, floor Y22, to 8,432 rupees crores, highest ever quarterly figure, the bank said. SBI reported a net profit of 5,196 crore rupees in the corresponding period last year. SBI Chairman Dinesh Khara. 8. RBI imposes 10 lakh penalty on Kerala-based Puram Finserv. RBI has imposed a financial penalty of 10 lakh on Puram Finserv PVT restricted in Kerala's Thrissur for non-adherence with shore provisions. This motion is predicated on deficiencies in regulatory compliance and isn't supposed to pronounce upon the validity of any transaction or settlement entered into by the corporate with its prospects, the RBI mentioned. 9. SBI partners NSE Academy to launch 5 online courses. State Bank of India, SBI, through its strategic training unit has partnered with NSE Academy to promote financial literacy as a necessary life skill. Learners can enroll for 5 inaugural MOCs of SBI on the NSE Knowledge Hub platform as a part of this strategic association. NSE Academy is a wholly owned subsidiary of National Stock Exchange of India. 10. RBI selects Go Digital, Go Secure theme for Financial Literacy Week. This theme is one of the strategic objectives of the National Strategy for Financial Education 2020 to 2025. RBI will focus on creating awareness about convenience of digital transactions, security of digital transactions, and protection of customers. RBI has been conducting Financial Literacy Week, FLW, every year since 2016 to propagate financial education messages. This year FLW will be observed between February 14th to 18th. 11. Government to appoint 3 independent directors on Nbfid board. The government is in the process of appointment of 3 independent directors on the board of newly incorporated 20,000 crore National Bank for Financing Infrastructure and Development, Nbfid, a move that will clear the decks for commencing of operation of the development finance institution critical for infra financing. 12. Private sector lender Yes Bank launches Agri Infinity program. Yes Bank has announced the launch of an annual startup enabler program that seeks to co-develop digital financial solutions for the food and agriculture ecosystem by mentoring entrepreneurial ventures in the sector. Called Yes Bank Agri Infinity, a select cohort of startups will receive mentoring by veteran bankers for experiential co-development. Also get access to the lender's digital banking infrastructure and network. 13. RBI allows NBFCs time till 30th September to comply with new NPA norms. The Reserve Bank of India has extended the timeline by 6 months for NBFCs to adhere the new NPA recognition norms. Earlier the regulator had set 31st March deadline for non-bank lenders to upgrade NPAs only after all arrears and principal dues are paid. NBFCs will have time till 30th September 2022 to put in place the necessary systems to implement this provision. 14. JP Morgan becomes first bank in Metaverse, opens launch in Decentraland. JP Morgan has become the world's first bank to set up shop in the Metaverse. The largest bank in the US has opened a launch in the blockchain-based world, Decentraland. Users can create their virtual avatars, build virtual spaces, and roam in the launch christened Onyx launch after its suite of Ethereum-based services. The launch also features a digital image of the bank's CEO Jamie Dimon. 15. RBI to enhance VRR cap for foreign investors by 1 lakh rupees crore from 1st April. The voluntary retention route, VRR, cap for foreign portfolio investors, FPIs, will be enhanced by 1 lakh rupees crore to 2.50 lakh rupees crore, given the increased interest shown by them, Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta Das announced. He said a dedicated investment limit of 1,50,000 crore rupees was set for investments under the VRR earlier. 16. RBI cancels license of Manat Urban Cooperative Bank. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, has cancelled the license of Manat Urban Cooperative Bank, Maharashtra, citing its weak financials. Consequently, the bank ceases to carry on banking business, with effect from the close of business on 16 February 2022. The RBI cancelled the license of the bank as it does not have adequate capital and earning prospects. Manat Urban Co-op Bank Ltd, major Indian private bank with its headquarters in Nagpur. 17. Bank of Baroda subscribes to 99,000 shares of India Debt Resolution Company. Public Sector Bank of Baroda has subscribed to 99,000 shares of Asset Reconstruction Company India Debt Resolution Company Ltd, IDRCL. The acquisition is subject to the execution of an investment agreement. IDRCL, as an asset management company, will manage the asset and engage market professionals and turnaround experts for debt resolution. Sanjay Jain is the Chief Executive Officer of IDRCL. 18. CoinDCX announces strategic alliance with risk monitoring firm Solidus Labs. CoinDCX, India's crypto unicorn and crypto exchange, announced that it is making cryptonative risk monitoring firm Solidus Labs its strategic compliance partner. The partnership with Solidus will forge greater trust and transparency on its platform and cement its leadership as India's #1 digital asset exchange. 19. Kotak Mahindra Bank partners EasyTap for POS solutions. Kotak Mahindra Bank Ltd has partnered EasyTap to provide integrated point-of-sale POS solutions across 4,000 locations in India. Through this association, EasyTap's integrated and customized point-of-sale POS solutions will benefit scores of KMBL's merchants in retail business spread across the country. 20. IRCTC, NPCI, Bank of Baroda arm launch co-brand credit card for railway customers. The Indian Railways catering and ticketing arm, along with NPCI, and Bob Financial Solutions launched a co-brand credit card to tap the huge potential the market offers. The IRCTC Bob Rupee contactless credit card will offer 4 reward points per 100 rupees spent on grocery and departmental stores and 2 reward points on other categories. Bob Financial Solutions Ltd, BFSL, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Bank of Baroda. 21. Paytm Payments Bank signs up as acquiring partner for e-rupee service. Paytm Payments Bank, PPB, had become an official acquiring partner for the government's e-rupee vouchers initiative. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, recently increased the cap on e-rupee vouchers issued by the government to 1 lakh rupees per year from 10,000 rupees and allowed beneficiaries to use the voucher multiple times until fully redeemed. Satish Gupta, MD and CEO of PPB. E-rupee, cashless prepaid voucher that beneficiaries can present through SMS or QR code. 22. HDFC Bank finances Asia's largest waste-to-energy plant in Indore. HDFC Bank, under its ESG commitment, is proud to be associated with Indore Clean Energy Private Limited, ICPL, for the development of 550 tons day of municipal solid waste, MSW, to compressed biogas, CBG, plant, the largest bio-CNG plant in Asia. This is the largest waste-to-energy project funded by HDFC Bank under its ESG commitments. 23. Standard Chartered launches interest-only home loan facility. Standard Chartered Bank, India has launched the interest-only home loan facility for completed residential properties, where during the initial period, borrowers will pay only for the interest accrued on the principal outstanding. Borrowers can choose to pay only the interest amount via equated monthly installments for an initial period of up to 1 to 3 years. 24. Edelweiss Asset Management launches eInvest mobile app. Edelweiss Asset Management has announced the launch of eInvest, a mutual fund mobile app for investors for a smooth investing experience. eInvest is an easy-to-use app that will help investors perform all financial transactions on the go. This app will bring a transformational change in the way mutual fund investors manage their day-to-day operations. 25. IDBI Bank Board approves appointment of T.N. Manoharan as additional director. IDBI Bank has approved appointment of T.N. Manoharan as additional director with immediate effect. Manoharan is not related to any other director on the board and the KMP, key management personnel, of the bank, the lender said in a BSE filing. He also served as director at the instance of RBI in Sahara India Finance Corporation. 26. Union Minister Narayan Rane launches MSME Rupee credit card. Union Minister for MSME, Narayan Rane, announced establishment of MSME Technology Center at Sindhudurg and launched the MSME Rupee credit card. The MSME Technology Center, to be set up at Sindhudurg at a cost of about 200 crore rupees, will enhance the competitiveness of MSME industries. 27. GST collections in Jan cross 1.3 lakh rupees CR mark for the fourth time. The central government's goods and services tax, GST, collection in January crossed 1.38 lakh rupees crore. GST collection crossed 1.30 lakh rupees crore mark for the fourth time. Revenues for month of January 2020 to 15% higher than GST revenues in the same month last year and 25% higher than the GST revenues in January 2020. January is the fourth month when GST collection has crossed 1.30 lakh rupees crore. 28. Economic Survey GDP forecast of 8 to 8.5% optimistic. The Economic Survey's GDP forecast of 8 to 8.5% for the next fiscal is optimistic, and the union budget is expected to focus on fiscal management and reforms to give a booster dose to the economy. The survey's GDP growth forecast of 9.2% for this year and 8 to 8.5% for the next year will catapult India as the fastest growing major economy of the world for 2 consecutive years. 29. FM Nirmala Sitharaman presents Union Budget for 2022 to 2023 in Parliament on 1st February. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the Union Budget for the financial year 2022 to 1923 in the Lok Sabha at 11 a.m. on 1st February. After getting the nod from the Cabinet, the Finance Minister will present the Union Budget in a paperless form for the second time in Parliament. Earlier, the Union Budget of 2021 to 2022 was delivered in paperless form last year for the first time. 30. Central theme of Economic Survey 2021 to 2022 is the Agile Approach. The central theme of this year's Economic Survey is the Agile Approach, implemented through India's economic response to the COVID-19 pandemic shock. Informing further, the preface of Economic Survey states that the Agile approach is based on feedback loops, real-time monitoring of actual outcomes, flexible responses, safety net buffers, and so on. 31. Highlights of the Union Budget 2022 to 1923. India's economic growth estimated at 9.2% to be the highest among all large economies. PLI schemes have the potential to create an additional production of 30 lakh rupees crore. In 2022 to 1923, states will be allowed a fiscal deficit of 4% of GSDP, of which 0.5% will be tied to power sector reforms. Fiscal deficit in 2022 to 1923 estimated at 6.4% of GDP. 32. International Arbitration Center at Gift City for dispute resolution. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced the setting up of an international arbitration center at the Gift City in Gujarat for timely resolution of disputes under international jurisprudence. 33. Services PMI falls to 6-month low in January 2022. India's services sector activity moderated to a 6-month low in January 2022 amid imposition of restrictions across the country due to the fast spread of the Omicron variant as well as inflationary pressures. Data released by the analytics firm IHS Markit showed the Purchasing Managers Index, PMI, for services fell to 51.5 in January 2022 from 55.5 in December 2021. 34. RBI projects India GDP growth rate at 7.8% for floor Y23. Reserve Bank of India, RBI, Governor Shaktikanta Das projected India's economic growth for the financial year 2023, floor Y23, at 7.8%. The growth rate for the current financial year is retained at 9.2%. The governor said there was some loss of economic momentum due to third pandemic wave and the demand for contact-intensive sector is muted. 35. RBI keeps benchmark lending rate unchanged 10th time in a row at 4%. Reserve Bank of India, RBI, kept the benchmark interest rate unchanged at 4% and decided to continue with its accommodative stance in the backdrop of an elevated level of inflation. This is the 10th time in a row that the Monetary Policy Committee headed by RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das has maintained the status quo. MPC is a 6-member body headed by the RBI Governor. 36. Index of Industrial Production, IIP, for December 2021 released. For the month of December 2021, the quick estimates of Index of Industrial Production, IIP, with base 2011 to 2012 stands at 138.0. The indices of industrial production for the mining, manufacturing, and electricity sectors for the month of December 2021 stand at 120.3, 138.8, and 162.5 respectively. 37. SEBI Regex Advisory Committee on Alternative Investment Policy. SEBI has reconstituted its Alternative Investment Policy Advisory Committee, which advises the capital markets regulator on a range of issues that impact further development of the AIF space. The committee has now 20 members, as per an update by the SEBI. The committee is chaired by Infosys co-founder N.R. Narayana Murthy. The panel, which was constituted by SEBI in March 2015, earlier had 22 members. 38. India's overall ranking on IP protection improves, says USCC report. India has improved its overall IP score from 38.4% to 38.6%, and the country is ranked 43 out of 55 countries on the International Intellectual Property Index, according to an annual report compiled by the influential US Chambers of Commerce. 39. Brickworks Ratings lowers India's GDP to 8.3% in floor Y22. Brickworks Ratings has revised downwards India's GDP growth forecast to 8.3% in the current fiscal 2021 to 2022, floor Y22. Earlier in January 2022, The rating agency had estimated this between 8th May 2009%. Brickwork Ratings is one of the 7 SEBI-registered credit rating agencies, CRA. Tags, Current Affairs. You may also like UGC Net Paper 1, Teaching and Research Aptitude. 25th February 2022. T.S. Greva's Accountancy Solutions 12th Class. 13th December 2020. Special Purpose Books, Purchase, Sales, Bills, Journal. 22nd August 2020. Subscribe.